welcome to lift class. Today you need a variety of dumbbells out. I have 5s, 8s, 10s, 17 and a half, and one 30-pound dumbbell. Okay, so we're doing legs, then upper body. On repeat, 30 seconds each. You'll get a 10-second rest. That's it. It's going to move quickly. If you need to pause at any time to reset yourself or go to the bathroom or get the weight that you need, then go do pause and go do that, okay? But otherwise, I want you to try to keep with us and keep moving along. I do have like one new exercise, maybe two, mostly just one new exercise that we haven't done in a very long time. So other than that, and that's a chest fly, just a variation of a chest fly. So we've got squats and front raises, curtsies, overhead triceps, sumos, hammer curls. Like I said, a new chest fly, it's a diagonal chest fly, so I call it an X chest fly. From what you're normally using for your chest fly, I would say go a little bit lighter, and if you don't get it as we're going through it, just do a regular chest fly, okay? Alternating leg drops, pullovers, that big heavy weight overhead when we're laying down, dead bugs, and then we'll get into core, okay? So as I go through kind of that list, hopefully you recognize a few of the names and you're like, okay, I know I need these weights for that. All right, today's word, I am vibrant. See if you can read that fine print there. My bright energy glows onto everyone I encounter. So water, sweat towel, start tracking if you're tracking. And you'll need a mat when we come to lay down. We are going to be standing for the first probably 3/4 of class, and then the last part will come down to the floor, okay? So starting out first with our warm-up, and then we're gonna head right into a goblet squat, which just means you're just gonna hold your weight up nice and high. We're gonna get nice and deep into our squats, butts going all the way down to the floor, right? And then we're coming back up. Then our second exercise, we're gonna have our hands right down by our sides with dumbbells right here, and we're gonna come up and rotate so that our palms go to the floor. So you're making almost a little rotation in your shoulders, okay? Those are the first two exercises after the warm-up, so if you wanna put those weights that you know you're gonna use right over there next to you, then you can grab it and we can go, okay? First, the warm-up. So let's go ahead and start with squats. I have to turn this volume up so I can hear it. Hopefully it goes. All right, so squat to toes, feet nice and wide, toes forward, and then you're gonna roll right through your ankles up to your toes. Squat, butt back, chest is lifted, chin is up. Using your arms to counterbalance you right now, meaning they're forward as your butt goes back. Play some music if you need to. If you don't want to hear my ankle cracks, okay? Let's go ahead and take a nice big arm circle back, come to your chest, open. So big reaches back. Come center of your chest and open, squeeze your shoulder blades together. We get 2 for 1 here. Shoulders, 3 for 1. Chest and back. Shoulder roll, chest. Blades together, squeeze. One more big circle back, one more big chest opener, and then let's take our lunge to the back. Twist, once you have your balance. Find your balance first, then twist. So just a little spinal rotation, starting to find our balance, engaging our core. Come center. Go ahead and open up wide, side lunge, switch to the other side, switch to the other side. We're just swaying, pushing into your heel, sink your butt back, bend at your knee. Your knee needs to be behind your toe. If you're finding your knees coming over your toe, I need you to sink back, push your hips back, butt back, okay? Like you're sticking your butt out at somebody. That's just really the best way to describe it. Come up, squeeze as we warm up. Give yourself a little bit of a runway, walk yourself out to plank. Hold plank, take one leg forward, low lunge, open up twist, switch sides. Switch. And do one more. Walk yourself up to stand. And let's, again, talk about that first move. So you're going to grab your heavier weight. You're going to hold it right here. You're going to take your feet out wide. Toes can be slightly angled, and we're going to squat down, okay? Ready, set, 30 seconds here. First time through, we're learning this move. And why did I say go wide right now? Because I do want you to drop your butt down as low as it goes, okay? Bend at your knee. Sink back with your butt. Chest stays lifted. You'll feel your core engage a little bit more because we're top loading our weight. That was on purpose. One more. Switch out your weight. Leave that one nearby. We've got our front raises. So down by your side, toes forward, bend in your knee. We're just gonna come up to shoulder height and pour the glass. Okay, we're just tipping the pot here. Going from side to center, almost making an arch with your hands on the way out. Let that shoulder rotation happen. One more. Slow, slow, slow back down. All right, was that a good weight? Here's your 10 seconds to assess. Were they good weights? If not, grab new ones. We're getting ready to go, 5 more seconds. Back to our goblet squat. Ready, set, butts down. Sink back like you're sitting in a chair and then squeeze, push your feet into the floor, especially your heels. Accentuate pushing your heels into the floor, squeeze the top. Tuck your butt under. There's your bonus squeeze. We should be breathing now, a little heavier. And you should feel your legs doing all the work right now, okay? One more. Switch your weights. Front raise, right from your sides, right to your front. If you find your body swinging your swing, couple things. One, just start more control. Lift instead of swing the weights, okay? Lift. The other thing you could do is lean against a wall. That'll stop you. But I'd rather you squeeze your core and try to do the lift versus a swing. Use your muscle. Go ahead and pause. Not momentum. Okay, last time through, do you need to increase your weights? I need to increase my weights on my raise. So I'm going to switch these out. I'm good with my goblet squat weight. Let's go. It's a quick transition. We did this on purpose so that we are lifting, strengthening our muscles while working at a rate that keeps our heart rate up. Sometimes people lift weights and they take a really long pause in between. We are not today. All right, come on up, switch your weight. What's the purpose? Hey, listen, we don't have, most of us, heavy weights, okay? So let's get some strength and some cardio in all at once. If you had heavy weights, I would give you more time to recover. You don't need it right now. Work in one muscle group at a time. We're good to go. We want to let it burn and then move on. Last one. All right, moving on to curtsies next, side to side, and then your overhead triceps. So grab out some weights for some curtsies. Toes forward, feet underneath your hips. Take one down and back. Chest stays lifted, chin stays up. Okay, I know that's a quick transition, so take your time getting into this. Set 1, and you'll be ready to go for set 2 and 3. All right, push into your heels, you step up. Toes facing forward. Tall through your spine like you're a marionette puppet. Hold the crown of your head to the ceiling. Release one weight. Overhead triceps. Elbows right above your head. Biceps next to your ears. Squeeze the back of your arms as you lift. I'm just breathing here. Bend into your knees, tuck your tailbone under so you're not arching your back. One more. Squeeze. Lower safely. Reassess. Are these good weights for curtsies and overhead triceps? If not, switch them now. Let's do it again. Ready? And go. Down and back. You're not on a tightrope, so make sure you step back far enough. Step up into your front heel. Your back leg's not launching you. Your back leg is balancing you. Front heel. Step up. Front heel. Step up. Tall posture. Shoulders over your hips. Big breaths. Big muscles. Release one weight or switch to your tricep weight up overhead. Bend in your knees, tuck your tailbone under. Press to the ceiling, lower, press. Only thing moving is your forearms. Just hitting another angle of our triceps. Every week I try to do a different exercise for each of the muscle groups. Hopefully you've got a taste of that. And release, breathe. Third set, best set. Grab your best weights for this, okay? If you're like, it's been too light, go heavy. If it's been too heavy, maybe try to stick with it one more time. Ready, go. Breathe. On the contraction, blow out. As you step up, blow out. Finish that off. Switch out your weight to your tricep. You may also take a staggered stance if you need to. Otherwise, bent knees, feet together, tuck your tailbone under. Again, make sure you're not arching. As soon as you tuck your tailbone under, you'll stop any arch that might be occurring, whether you wanted it to or not. After this, you've got 10 seconds to switch to a weight for sumos. Last one. And then we got hammer curls, okay? So sumos and hammers. I'm just gonna leave these weights right there conveniently. Sumo, I'm gonna grab my 30, hold it here. You can also hold 2 weights on your hips, okay? Let's go. Toes turned out, push your heels in the ground. You're sliding straight down the wall, and then back down. I'm gonna hold it here. My arms are tired. Push your heels in the ground. So there, I just showed you 2 ways to hold it, and then I told you a 3rd weight on your hips. Okay? Push into your heels, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt. All right, lower down, hammer curls, elbows pinned in, hammerheads to your shoulders, lower down all the way, curl all the way up, all the way down. Elbows stay pinned in to your side, no air between your arms and your armpit, okay? Take your chance to breathe here. Recover your breaths. Last one. Breathe. Assess. What weights do you want to use? Where are you holding your weights for your sumo? Turn out wide, toes turned out. And let's do it again. Down, push your heels into the ground, squeeze. Down, squeeze. Goal is to always get your thighs parallel to the ground. That has a lot to do with your flexibility. And a little bit to do with like your hips and your knee joints, okay? So if you can, lower down, push, squeeze. Lower down, push, squeeze. Lower down, push, squeeze. Switch out your weights for your hammers. Think about the weight you just used. You need to go heavier. Yes, I do. Do you? The dog heard the timer. I was very curious. You can stagger your stance. Bend your knees just a little bit. Tuck your tailbone under. Same thing as when we did the overhead triceps. No arch in your back, no swinging or swaying. Solid stance. One more. Release. Rest for 10. Let's do it again, okay? One last time through. Sumos. Turn your toes out nice and wide. Remember what I said about thighs parallel to the floor. And then squeeze, lift on the way up. If you're holding the weights down, pull your shoulders back. I don't want you hunched over like this. Okay, pull it back. Straight down, tall posture. There's a difference, right? You saw that. I like to show you common mistakes so that you can catch yourself if you're one of the ones doing the common mistakes. All right, switch to your hammers. This is your 3rd time through. This should be your heavy weight. Challenging yourself. Controlling the lift, controlling the lower. We're coming down the floor already after this. We have chest fly, and we're gonna alternate our leg drops, which means we're working our core, okay? So I'm actually gonna give you a little pause right after this last rep to get ourselves situated on the floor, okay? Because I want you to have everything that you need. Your mat, okay, for example. Pretend that I'm laying on the floor and I have weights in my hands. I want you to turn the clock, just a little twist. We're gonna go chest fly, bent elbow. One goes up, one goes down. We're gonna diagonal. Come back, twist it the other way. Open. Do you see how it's making a letter X? Okay? If this is completely new to you and you're like, I never remember ever doing this, go lighter, 5s, 8s, okay? If you've done it before and you're like, I'm really confident in my chest fly, I usually go heavy on my chest fly. You can go a little bit heavier. The only caution I'll give you is it does, this top arm sometimes pulls because you're coming up a little bit higher on that upper part of your chest, lower part of your shoulder. So be mindful of that, okay? So X, fly. It's fly, twist, twist. Taking your time, control it. And then we'll go legs up, one leg at a time drops. No weight on that one, okay? All right, hold on, one more thing. Chest fly. You got the weights for that. Pull over. You want a heavy weight, pretend I'm laying on the ground. I hold the weight right here. I'm gonna pull over my chest, pull over. You're using your lats and your serratus, all these great plank muscles to pull that weight over. So I would like you to try something a little heavy. And then we go dead bugs with weights. If you can't do it with a weight, then don't. I'm gonna use 5s for that. So I'm telling you this so you can get all the weights that you need. I have 5s, a 30, my 17 and a half. All right. And I'll use my 5s for another exercise as well, but just not yet, okay? So if you'd like to put your pullover weight right above your head, your chest fly weights right next to you, your dead bug weights maybe next to you but lower, okay? So that you have some space. That's how I like to set up my area. A little runway, an overhead weight. We're coming down to the floor on our backs to start with our chest fly. Ready? Tilt your hips towards your chin, get your lower back on the floor. Here's your fly. Weights are together. We twist it, open at a diagonal, come back, twist them the other way. Open, bend in the elbow, twist, bend in the elbows. I know this is kind of newer for some of us, like I said, so give it a try. And if you're like, whoa, my body's not coordinating, or I feel pain anywhere, come back to a regular chest fly, please. All right, weights come down, legs come up. Head, neck, and shoulders can come up, please. Hands are down at a V. We're gonna drop one leg at a time. I'm gonna hit the wall so I can scooch. And if you need to, put the hands under the small of your back. As soon as you lift your head, neck, and shoulders, your lower back should come to the floor. I still want you pulling your belly button down towards the ground. All right, rest. 10 seconds. Get your head set right. Change your weights if you need to. And let's head back to our X fly. Ready, set, fly. Together, turn. Now, I normally don't say clank your weights together. I'm going to tell you, try not to clank them, but definitely make them kiss, okay? Kiss in the center, turn them. Kiss them in the center, turn them. You want to keep that nice, solid set of weights together when you turn. It just makes the whole thing a little bit smoother. That was your last one. All right. Head, neck, and shoulders up. If you need to, put your hands under your sit bones. And we're dropping one leg at a time. I want you to think about your abdominals here. If you'd like to make this even a little bit more challenging, you hold your weight head to head. Add a little bit more resistance to your crunch here, okay? This is optional. All right, last time through. I'm going to choose that as my option at the leg drop because I liked it. I want that challenge. All right, here we go. Weights together, kiss them. Open, bent elbow, twist, turn, open, bent elbow. Make your diagonal, make your letter X. Make sure you drink enough water after this. I know you think, okay, well, it's just lifting weights. Yeah, your muscles need water, so make sure that you drink water afterwards. Hydrate. All right, with or without your weight, leg drops. I know during the winter, and especially in this like weather where it's cold and then a little bit seasonably warm, we forget to sometimes drink enough water, so make sure you're doing that. All right, this is our third time through this. Next up, we have our pullovers, okay? All right, pause. I am done with my 17 and a half. Moving on to my 30 and my 5s, okay? So first off, your pullover, bend your knees, lower your back to the floor, tilt your hips towards your chin. Weight pulls straight up over your chest, straight arms, reach overhead, and pull it back over again, okay? So if you're bending your elbows too much, you're gonna start feeling this in your triceps. I want you to reach and extend that weight far from your head, over. Don't let it touch the ground, pull it back over again. If it taps, that's okay. Just hover, pull, hover, lower it on down. We're gonna do a similar motion, except one arm, one leg. It's a bird dog, but on your back, a dead bug. So opposite arm, opposite leg reaches out and extends. If the weights are too much, get rid of them. I want you to reach out, extend, squeeze, extend, squeeze. Flatten out, flex your foot, push on the gas. Push on the gas. That helps just create that tension in your abdominals. Time, take 10 seconds to adjust. Do you need heavier weights, lighter weights? Back to pull over. Bend your knees, tilt your hips towards your chin. Lower back on the floor. You'll feel your core engaged here as well. Especially if you have a nice heavy weight, you've got long, straight arms, okay? Slight bend in the elbow is okay. Big bend in the elbow, no. Reach and then feel the muscles on the side of your rib cage. Pull that weight over. It's not your shoulders, it's not your arms, it's not your neck. Get long in those spots and then reach and pull over. Release the weight gently. Dead bugs are next. Knees up, weights up. Opposite arm, opposite leg. I really should have adjusted my mat differently today. I'm gonna kick the wall. Push on the gas. Push. Make sure your arms are straight the whole time. And your knee goes from a bend to straighten. All right, time. I'm gonna just turn myself this way, and then I only have to keep twisting myself. All right, pullovers, last time through. Ready, set, long arms, pull it over your chest, lower it overhead, pull, pull, control, pull, squeeze your abdominals, keep your core tight. Release the weight, grab your dead bug weights, and let's do it again. Push the gas. Extend and control it. If you're like, I'm not feeling anything, I want you to go slow, 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 slow. And then you should start feeling it, okay? And I also want you to think about long, long arms, long, long leg. Push with your heel. Time. We've got 2 minutes of core. First one, figure 4, crunches to one side. Ready, set, let's go. We're gonna go 30 seconds to one side, and then we'll go 30 seconds to the other, okay? Then, don't let your dumbbells go away yet. We're gonna use them on the last exercise, okay? So 30-second figure 4 on the right, 30-second on the left, and then you'll need your weights. I want you to think about taking your shoulder to your knee and like your nose to the ceiling, okay? As soon as we start taking our elbow to our knee, we crunch and lose the contraction. Switch sides. Other arm can come out to the side to support you. So if I start taking my elbow, I'm starting to yank my head, and I'm not really doing anything for my abs. But if I keep my elbow wide and think about my shoulder and chin lifting, then my oblique engages, and I'm pulling myself up, and I'm not kinking or cranking my neck and really not getting anything out of it, okay? We want to lift with the abs, and this is how we do it. Last one. Pause. You're going to need your weights for this. All right, it's a seated runner, so your weights are going to be here. You're going to come up, the leg that bends, the elbow bends back. Straighten, then you do the other side. When you see it and you know it, get ready, get set, and join me. So pull, pull. It's like a seated runner. We're running in a seated position with weights. I don't know what else to call it. Pull. Sit up, pull. And if the weights become too much, feel free to do it with no weights. Keep going. That was only 30 seconds. You get 30 seconds more. I'll tell you that the weights do help. You lift up. It gives you a little bit of counterbalance, right? It pulls you forward with a little bit of weight. So it does give you a little assistance, along with resistance. 10 more seconds. Stay with me. Let's go. Last exercise of the day. And you get a little extra bicep, back, and shoulder work here. One more. Weights down. Pause and breathe. And that was lift class. So you moved everything. Good job. Let's stretch everything out. Coming to all fours on your mat. Let's cat-cow first. So round your spine. Release. Round your spine. Release. Come back into a child's pose. Bottom back towards your heels. Hands ahead of you. Reach long and then pull your bottom towards your heels. And then go ahead and take one arm, thread it through. Reach, reach, reach. Lay down. Draw back. Open up the side at the back of your shoulder and your back. And switch sides, thread through. Continue to take your nice deep breaths. I am winded. Those sit-up abs really got me. They're at the end. And everything, the accumulation of everything all at once, and the speed at which we moved. Go ahead and come back to all fours. Curl your toes under down dog. Walk your feet forward, wide straddle. Stay in your fold, chin up, chest up. You can take your hands to your shins if you need to, or your thighs. Drop your chin and roll up. All right, taking one leg, one quad, pull towards your heel. Pull your heel towards your bottom. Kick that foot forward. Sink back, hamstring stretch. Hands on your standing thigh. Sink your chest a little bit further forward. Sink your butt further back. And then let's switch and do the other side. Quad stretch, heel to your butt. Got it right that time. Kick that leg forward, heel down, toe up. Sink back, hand on your standing leg thigh. All right, roll up from there. Let's just take a little sway, side to side, finishing loosening up, stretching your inner thigh and your hips, inner thighs from our curtsies and our sumos. Come center, inhale. Exhale, put your hands behind your back. Pull your elbows back behind you, open up your chest. Pull your chicken wings back, back, back. Rock, rock, rock. And now release and round them forward. Let's go all the arms stretched out. Push away from you. Push, 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 push. Release. One arm up overhead, tricep, and side bend. Switch, tricep, side bend the other direction. Awesome job joining me today. Remember, this is a replay anytime. It's a quick one. You have no excuse not to do it, and maybe incentivize with yourself with something. I got myself new shoes. Maybe that's what you want to do for yourself. Maybe it's time to replace your shoes. That's another thing. Okay? But maybe it's giving yourself another new set of weights, that next increment up that you're missing. All right. Find something That's going to help you on your health journey to incentivize you if you need that extra boost to keep you going, especially during this time of year where it's really easy to hibernate and just say, I'll do it tomorrow, okay? Let's not push it off till tomorrow. Let's do it today. Since you did it today, I will see you back here tomorrow. We'll stretch it all out in mind class. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.